is about to go down.
It's lovely pass, and nearly turns cleverly. Can he find a finish? Oh, he can!
Skilled by Joshua, and a return right hand. Good counter right. Bullen is hurt. Second right hand. That clipped him as well. Now he goes in for the kill.
Well, Ricciardo is inching into the lead, and Ricciardo that win the Italian Grand Prix!
Iguodala running the floor.
Still leading the way with Canada in there too, with the Netherlands.
And Musa makes it 4 goals in 2 World Cup matches.
The Monaco Grand Prix! Ricciardo triumphant in Monza.
Through Bowden Barrett and an early touch and an excellent.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
Hello, viewers out there. You're welcome to Sports Orbit. First one for the week. My name is Alpha Acho. Salifu Usman is right here with me. Salifu, welcome to Sports Orbit once again.
Thank you, Alpha. It's always a pleasure to be on the Sport Orbit.
All right, on Sports Orbit today, of course, in the course of the program, our colleague Wale Ayene will also be joining us all the way from UK at some point. And for a lot of us out there, today is D-Day for the Super Falcons as they lock horns with Morocco in the first semi-final of the WAFCON 2022. Of course, a win for any of these sides will ensure that they have a chance to be in the final. But of course, a lot of Nigerians already want to see the Super Falcons make it to the finals. And for the Super Falcons, who have been sounding very confident that nothing can actually be an obstacle, nothing can stop them from getting to the final. Well, on the part of the Moroccans, also being that they are hosting this one, of course, they have home advantage going for them. They are also sounding very confident, sounding tough. Will Morocco be able to prevent Super Falcons from at least taking a step closer to having a 10th title, Salifu?
Well, thank you, Alpha. You have said correctly the way it is, and going into this match is going to be the tough. As Randy Rondo will always say, history has no place in the game of football. What matters is what we have to offer at that particular point of time. Even if you have to go by the history and by the stand of by ranking, Morocco stand no chance against the Super Falcons. The funny things are the beauties that those two sides have never met at any level of competitions. This is the first time they are coming against each other. And Morocco, and this is their 3rd time of participating in the WAFCON. This is their 3rd time, and this is the best they have reached so far. At the last time where the first time when they meet the Super Falcon, they have always been, if you look at it, they are always an underdog compared to Super Falcon. But if you're looking at the performance of the Moroccans in the last invitational tournament hosted by Nigeria Aisha Cup, their performance there, you have to give it to the Moroccan leagues that yes, they are up to the business. And because they have this WAFCON in mind, and that is why they have to come to Nigeria to come and participate. They know that Nigeria is likely going to be one of the openings they are going to face. So having come to Nigeria, although when they came to Nigeria, they were not lucky to play against Nigeria at the Aisha tournament. Now, and if you look at their performance so far in these competitions, they have done it 100%, winning all their 4 matches on a normal, not only on a normal footing. And while Super Falcons have lost one of their matches, the opening match to the South African, the Moroccans have won all their 4 matches, while Super Falcons won 3 matches. Based on by the FIFA ranking, Nigeria is ranking number 1 in Africa and 35 in the world, while Morocco is 8 in Africa and 77 in the world. So if you look at it, the two teams are not closer at all by the ranking and by sort. But I have to go with the Super Falcon coach, Randy Rondo, who said that record statistic history has no place in the game of football. What matters is that what can he offer at that particular match, and to this match is always it's going to be a different ball game. But just like you see, Moroccan are going to have the fans behind them. be that performance, but I have full confidence in my mind that no matter how whatever the Moroccans are going to bring to the table, Super Falcons will always triumph as they always did.
All right, we understand Wale is live here with us. Wale, can you hear me?
Yes, good afternoon. I can hear you, Alpha. Good afternoon, Salifu. How you guys doing?
You.
Good to see you, Wale. How are you doing over there?
Of course, I'm fine. London is pretty hot at this point in time. It's like 36 degrees, and
Yeah.
everywhere is hot. Yeah, everywhere is hot at this point.
It appears you are working seriously in the gym. You are adding more muscles.
Of, of course, you have to keep fit at this point in time here in London because everybody is in the move. So you just have to keep fit at every time.
All right, quickly, while we are discussing the semi-final encounter between the Super Falcons and the Lionesses of Morocco, quickly, what do you expect to see from the Super Falcons tonight? Do you think that Morocco has what it takes to stop the Super Falcons from taking a step further to see if they can seal a 10th title?
Of course, Morocco have all what it takes to actually beat, actually have the power or upper hand in this particular game because we know they are the host at this point in time. So they'll be playing in the backyard and their fans will be actually be supporting them. We know that this is a much improved Moroccan team that we have been seeing in the past edition of the Women's Nations Cup. We saw what they could do during the Al Buhari Cup, and also we saw how impressive they have been at the start of this current, Women's African Cup of Nations. We know that they're a threat. One of the player is joint highest goal scorer with our own player on 3 goals. So it's going to be a very open game, no doubt about it. We are 9-time champions. We are going for our 10th title, but it's going to be difficult. One will play the Moroccans today. What I just want the coach to do at this point in time, if the wings is not working, if we can't actually get to cross the ball from the wings, we should actually make use of the middle of the park, and we see how we can able to change some passes, the likes of Chikwelu, getting to do the damage in the middle of the park. We should not really rely on Francisca or Ortega, coming to drive in the ball. We should actually learn how to play from the middle of the park. No doubt about it, the Moroccans also is a very young side. So they are playing against a well-experienced, team, a well-experienced defender. So they are going to be, putting on the ball in the counter-attack. So we have to watch it. Our defense must be airtight. When we play the Moroccans today, we should not let our guards down. No doubt about it. It's going to be a whole lot of fireworks for them because the fans will be supporting them because they are playing in front of their home fans. So for me, I would say the girls, should play. They should not play under pressure. We know that the World Cup ticket was the main thing that they actually went for Morocco for. They have secured that. So they should not be playing under pressure. They should, build the game from the start. They should not rush. They should, just play what they can be able to do at this point in time and see how it goes at the end of the day.
Do you have any questions for Wale?
But no, I don't have any. Just like rightly say, the game is going to be a tight one.
Yeah.
And just like he gave advice, the Super Falcons need to be very conscious in their defense line, and I believe the coach Radwan will going to stick with everybody has been the championship so far for the Super Falcons. Out of 5 players, out of the 5 goals, players have come in all the goals, scoring 3 goals and providing 2 assists. So definitely the Super Falcons, just like I said, will triumph against the Mongols. It's not going to be easy, but at the end of the day, just like Aisha Faloni normally say, when it really matters, the Super Falcons will get the job done. That is the bit about it. Because in the record so far, this is the third time the World Cup participated in this competition. So why Super Falcons are participating? They have 14 appearances and 1-9 of this competition, but that will not speak for to 9 matches. But the good is that I believe the Super Falcons will. But before the match, remember that the South Africans and the Zambians were also going to cancel each other's out.
All right, that match comes up at 9 p.m. Nigerian time, and here on Sports Orbit, we will be watching that one, and hopefully tomorrow we'll give you a complete review. Now, straight to the NPFL, where the NPFL actually matched with 38 this weekend. Yesterday, the NPFL was concluded. Already, we know who the champions are. Rivers United handed their trophy yesterday. Plateau United, the other team, came second, will be representing Nigeria also in the CAF Champions League. Then for Remo Stars finished third, and of course, they also picked up a continental ticket, and they will be representing Nigeria in the Confederations Cup. Then, just like a lot of us have predicted from the beginning of the season, Heartland unfortunately couldn't make it. Katsina United, then for Pillars, as a result of that point deduction, we understand they were relegated, but there's a twist to it. I heard Kano Pillars have bought the position of a certain team who are supposed to be promoted, but instead of that team to make it, Kano Pillars will still be playing the NPFL. I don't know how to make of it, but as it stands, MFM, Heartland and Katsina United will not be playing in the top flight come 2022-2023 season.
Well, there is allowed in the Nigerian domestic leagues. Club, you can buy it. You can buy a ticket and play in the top league if the team who qualifies does not have what it takes to play in the league. Yeah. But these are kind of the things that always keep us in the distant position compared to what is happening in the playing world. When you fail, you need to go down and bear the consequences and come back. Because you have the money at your back, and then you just bring out the money and buy the slot from somewhere else. It's not done in the civilized crime where things are done properly.
And for me, I think this is a bad precedent because
it's a bad precedent.
Yeah, because any club who goes down once they have the money can easily say, okay, no problem. Yes, we are going to be relegated, but no problem. We can always buy off anybody's ticket who is willing to sell.
But if I will, the cost of even going to relegation and Platinum to come back is even more costly than to buy the slot. Well, but what we have to know that just like you say, the fourth team are going down. Heartland, MFF, Katsina United. The surprise team to me is Katsina United.
Yeah, actually, because at some point it seemed like
they are on the safer side, safer position. But unfortunately, they are down. Even the Lobby Stars and the Niger team who are even in the danger zone have survived it. But unfortunately for Katsina United, they are down. But Kano Pillar has to blame themselves for the nemesis that caught them with them. Yeah. They have 6 points deducted. It was 3 points and now 3 points deducted from that point. But the good is that even though those points were able to deduct from Kano Pillar, if Kano Pillar have played well from the beginning of the season, they would have even be where they are today. But they should blame themselves for what have fallen on them.
I mean, completely. And here's a quick rundown of results. Abia Warriors 3-0 over Lobby Stars. Dakada FC 3-0 over Sunshine Stars. Well, for Dakada, at a point, it was like they could be relegated. But I mean, they survived. Rangers 2-0 over Aqua United. Heartland 1-0 over Aqua United, but that was not enough. Remo Stars 3-0 over Niger Tornadoes. Rivers United, of course, extending. Actually leading the league with 10 points, and they kept that record. Of course, MFM, once again, relegated already, but still National United wanted to make sure that they just keep sinking deeper. Therefore, Kano Pillars 2-1 over Shooting Stars. Wiki Tories, didn't have to do any Katsina United any favor, 2-0 in that one, while Plateau United also finished the league in style by winning Eyimba 1-0 in that
it's like one. The Wiki Tories and kick Katsina United. But I don't know if Wale is still there. Wale, what is your assessment about the Nigeria domestic league this season? The result you are saying, we see Kano Pillars, one of the vibrant teams in the top line, going down for nobody's fault, but for their own fault.
Of course, for me, the two incidents that actually caught my fancy in the Nigeria Professional Football League was Kano Pillars, going to relegation, and also Remo Stars, who just came into the Nigeria Professional Football League after they went relegated. They came back, and their first season, they actually picked a continental ticket. It shows that if a club is being run privately, they can actually deliver when they are called upon to do that, because we saw how impressive they were during the NPFL season. For Kano Pillars, for me, is disappointment for them. We don't really expect such club with the full support from the government, a well structured when it comes to the administrative arm of the team. They have a very solid sports commission who get to support sports in that particular state. Seeing that team going down to relegation is just so sad. For me at this point in time, I actually agree with you in the studio about that at this point in time, if a club goes to relegation, they should not actually get to buy a spot and return the next season in the top flight league. We don't see that happening in Europe or even in the West African countries, but we just get to see that happening in Nigeria. It talks so much about our league. It shows that if, for example, if a Yimba can actually go relegation, it means they can actually buy that spot and come into the league. Also, I feel the LMC should actually look at that particular rule. They should actually change it at this point in time. For Rivers United, crown champions, congratulations. I pray that they actually live to the expectation of Nigerians if they go to represent Nigeria in the continent. Not just Rivers United, also Plateau United. We saw how they were robbed in their last outing in the continent in the Confederations Cup. We hope that they are going to pick up their pieces and ensure that they get to do the nation proud when they play in the continent, and making sure that actually their facilities, their players are in top shape when they get to play in the continent. But by and large, it has been an interesting season in the Nigerian Professional Football League.
We'll come back to you at this point. Well, let's go quickly on a break, and when we'll come back, Sport Orbit continues. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.
Sports Orbit. We make the world go round.
All right, welcome back from that short break. Now on to some athletics. Just talking about the World Athletics Championship currently going on in Oregon, United States of America, where so far Team Nigeria, it's not like I expected too much from Team Nigeria, but we expected that at least they'll show some flashes of brilliance. But so far it hasn't been quite going as a lot of Nigerians has hoped. As a result of that, I think medal hopefuls now lies on Esebrume and Toby Musa. Well, for the males, haven't been too, what should I call it? I mean, have been quite disappointing. Salifu, like we always say these days, looks like the women are always taking the lead when it comes to sports in Nigeria.
Yeah, and I hope they'll come to our rescue once again. It appears that all hopes now lies on these two Nigerians we mentioned. Because even early this morning, the hope of winning another medal in a short route was also dashed when Chukwuemeka Enekweche finished 11th in the men's final, while the American cruisers, the match Victoria and the Cove, the three Americans, they brought the gold medal, the silver medals, and the bronze medal, all went to the Americans. So the Nigerians, Enekweche finished in the distant 11 positions, having a step attempt through to 20.6 meters. So That's automatically closed the chapter there. And now, just like you said, the hope now lies on it's a Brume, the long jumpers, and the 100 to be a Mosul, and they have been participating on the 20. The long jump and the 100 will be coming on the 22 of this month, on the 22. So let's hope that the two they will also give us. We are also the Nigeria. We're also hoping that even the women 4x4 relay will also give us a medal, but it will be very unlikely.
Very unlikely. We wait from that down to some anti-doping news, where the athletics integrity unit of of NADA has giving thumbs up to Nigeria for being stricter when it comes to anti-doping rules and all of that. And Nigeria was placed in Category A, the lowest ranking of federation, and athletes from countries in Category A must at least have 3 out of competition testing 3 weeks apart within the 10 months leading to a major international event like the Olympic Games and the World Championships. At the Tokyo 2020, 10 out of 23 Nigerian athletes were barred from competing owing to their failure to meet the AIU requirement. Wale, are you still with us?
Alpha.
Okay. I mean, AIU has actually given Nigeria thumbs up. Looks like we are doing something right when it comes to our anti-doping processes.
Of course, we must actually get to learn from our lessons so that we can actually avoid what actually went down in Tokyo 2020, where 10 of our athletes were disqualified. Sadly, 2 of our athletes were also didn't actually know their name was not entered, and they actually qualified for this World Championship, but because they didn't actually do the art of competition test, that is why they are not representing Nigeria at the going World Championship. I think we should take this very, very seriously. It should not be towards the tail start of a major competition. That is when we'll now be running helter skelter and be looking for how to ensure that athletes are not being sent out from international competition. I feel at this point in time the AFM must have a database of all the athletes, both home and foreign base, ensure that they get to do these tests, out of competition tests regularly to avoid a future occurrence, because we know that a whole lot of hopes of Nigerians has been dashed because of such negligence, both from for me I would say the athletes themselves and also the officials of the AFL. So going forward, we should actually do what is right to ensure that we don't get to hear such news going leading to major competition. We don't get to hear such news from the United States, from Jamaica, from Great Britain. These are countries who takes athletics very seriously. If we really want to take athletics seriously, we should start taking this out of competition test very, very seriously. And just to talk about the so far Nigeria performance at the ongoing World Championship in US at this point in time, we didn't. For me, I would say we didn't actually prepare well for us for our performance so far. We just hope that Ese Brume get to rescue Nigeria the same way she did in 2019 in Doha, where she actually won the country only bronze medal in the long jump event. I also hope that Toby Amuso, who is in fire at this point in time, can get also a medal for the country in the 100 meters hurdles event.
All right, that for that. Now on to some transfer news, where Dutch giants Ajax of Amsterdam have actually reached an agreement with Rangers of Scotland for Nigerian left back Calvin Bassey. The deal is actually a 27 million euro deal, and of course, Calvin Bassey is being brought to replace the departing Alejandro Martinez, who just left for United. I mean, this is for me. I think this is a good move for Bassey, because when you look at the pedigree of a club like Ajax and Rangers, clearly you can't put them on the same pedestal. I mean, when it even comes to Europe Champions League, Ajax have been there, done it 3 times. When it even comes to the kind of players who have passed through Ajax, it's clearly for I think, and this for me is actually a huge step in his career.
Yeah, Ayas also look like a familiar ground for Nigerian players.
Yeah.
I have a whole lot of Nigerian players who are passed through the process for Ayas. In as much as I personally would have loved to see Kevin Bass in the Premier League or see him in the La Liga or see him in the German Bundesliga compared to the Dutch League. But well, it is just like you say, it is far better than the Scotland League where he play. And the good thing is that he's going to be playing the Champions League, and for what he's done with the Rangers in the Europa League last season, if he reciprocate the same thing with Aya this season in the Champions League, definitely this guy will definitely be it. I've seen him just play like one season, or in fact, 2 more seasons he will get to his prime and his proper destination where he need to be. It's a good thing that he's moving to Ayers, and hope that he'll be able to reciprocate. He will play for injury free and be able to prove himself. He's coming into filling in a very big shoe that will be led by Martinez, right? Let's say. So he has a whole lot and a whole lot of expectations for him, and I hope that he'll be able to live up to that expectation that is already ahead of him. And what this means that all the Nigerian players in the Rangers are all departing the Rangers this time.
Exactly.
Joariba has already moved to Southampton, and then even the Balug is already out. So, well, the Rangers are going to miss the service of these Nigerians.
All right. So last week before you go, of course, Lewandowski is officially a Barcelona player, and of course, he's giving reasons why he decided to move to and the Nou Camp to link up with the Spanish giants. He said, "I've always wanted to play in a great La Liga club, and this is a great opportunity for me. It's also a challenge for my private life. I'm a player who wants to win. We have great players with a lot of quality in the squad. I'm also excited about what we can achieve together." Wale, if you're still with us, quickly comment on this transfer. I mean, how do you see this move? I mean, Lewandowski had pushed all through in course of the transfer window. At a point, it seemed Bayern were reluctant to let him go, but at some point you just have to let a player go, especially when he has shown clearly that he needs a fresh challenge.
Of course, who want to allow Lewandowski to actually go away and sign for another club? For Lewandowski, we know he's a very very impressive player. We know he actually deserve to be crowned the best player in the world last season. But we saw that it was a certain Messi that actually took that particular title. I would say it's a very good move for Lewandowski, going to Barcelona. He's going to join the likes of former Arsenal striker Pierre Aubameyang, join who stars there in that particular Barcelona team. They will be on fire at this point in time. We know that they really performed well last season. They played the Europa League and they couldn't even win the Europa League. So it shows that this season Barcelona, they're actually telling their fans that they will come back stronger and more better. Hopefully, you should get to see good pairing. Xavi Hernandez, who is their coach, also know what it takes, to actually coach such clubs. So I feel we should actually watch out for Barcelona this season. They are, there will be a force to actually reckon with. The likes of Real Madrid will certainly get to live up to expectation at this point in time. Also, we are going to be seeing a whole more of good El Clasico, going forward, where we have of the likes of players in Real Madrid and also the likes of the players that Barcelona also have in the Arsenal. And also talking about the move by Barca to Ajax, I feel is a good one for his career and also a big boost for the Super Eagles team. Also, because I will say if we have such if we have our players playing in big teams, at least it will actually put some level of fears to some of our opponents that we'll be meeting in the future. So I want to say congratulations to him. He will do very well in Ajax the way he has done in Rangers going forward.
All right. Who quickly you have want to comment?
Well, just like the funny thing is that his move to Barcelona, in as much as a good one, he deserves it, but it's going to be a bad PF one for Aubameyang. Because definitely that you like it or not, when we were beginning to think that Aubameyang will be a natural nice player for Barcelona. Now with the coming of Lewandowski, Aubameyang needs to have to find level where he can fit in.
Exactly. Well, that's that for that on today's episode of Sports Orbit. Wally, thank you for linking with us today on this episode of Sports Orbit.
Of course, thank you, Alpha and Salifu, for having me on today's show. My regards to the rest of the crew in the studio.
All right.
Thank you very much.
Once again, thank you for being on the show today. Wonderful Monday edition of Sports Orbit.
Thank you, my host. It's always a pleasure to be.
All right. Tomorrow will be another day. We'll bring you a bigger and more exciting edition of Sports Orbit. But don't forget that two semi-final matches will be going down today. First off, South Africa will be up against Zambia. That will be a battle of the Southern Africans. Then, of course, the big one comes up later, Nigeria versus Morocco, 9 p.m. Hopefully tomorrow we'll come here to celebrate Super Falcons' victory against Morocco, and at least that will put them one match away from winning a record 10th title. Stay safe out there. I bring your host, Alpha Cho, and it's bye-bye from here.
Thank you for watching. For sponsorship and advert placements, please contact 080-3688-6158. Last Word Leadership Podcast Studio. You have the last word.